So, what did I think about that baseball poll that said that Aaron Judge was not as exciting as Shohei Ohtani and so on and so forth? It's true. He's not. He hits a lot of home runs and he's got hits a lot of pop in his bat, but he's not someone that I would say that you would pay to go see per se. He doesn't bring you that ooh and ah. He's not like Derek Jeter was or A-Rod was. There's certain guys because they come up clutch. And I think his disappointment in the postseason has a lot to do with that. I think that um, last year in the World Series, he didn't even wake up to Game 3. And Juan Soto was more intriguing than him. Bryce Harper, who's very polarizing, intriguing, when he was in his peak of prime. Um, Trout, like Trout, even though he can't even stay halfway healthy. But those are guys that, but Ohtani, it's understandable. But just because you hit a lot of home runs and you play for the Yankees, think about it. If Aaron Judge didn't play for the Yankees and he played for, I don't know, who can I pick on? Maybe the Twins, Nationals, or Colorado. They'd say he's just a big old goofball who hits all the home runs, but there's nothing there. He'd be almost seen like James Harden he'd be like one of those guys that stat pads but doesn't deliver when you need to. You got guys like that where Paul George, they come up for one part but not the whole part. Whereas Ohtani, pitching, hitting, MVP, big time player. That's what it is. Baseball is no different than other sports, and you got guys who are glorified stat padders and they don't really offer you anything. It's like that in any sport because we can sit here and debate those things, but what do you do? What have you done? What is your criteria? What is your, and is Matthews, is not, no, Jared Goff gonna fall into that line too? I mean, there's some guys it just doesn't equate. So but when they take these polls amongst players, but if Aaron Judge gets upset, like Tyrese Halliburton did for the Pacers, then I'll say cool. But popularity, baseball's about popularity, and it's about can you? Because if you play for the Yankees, you're a superstar. You got to deliver in October. Those are the rules. There is no justification for not. So the baseball poll, when they poll people who's exciting, who's not, he's not. I like Aaron Judge a lot. I think he can hit, flat out hit. He's a late bloomer, and he can flat out play. But compared to Ohtani, he's like watching paint dry. Ohtani is like a Ferris